This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking football, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles. 25 Whistles.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app and use the code BobbySports to get in on the action. Hey, what episode's this? 20-something?
21.
Dang, we're almost done.
Mm-hmm. About to give the Lou Gehrig speech. Today. I consider myself, the luckiest man. On any podcast. Thank you for being here. That's 20. Do you guys get that at all?
Is that the one where he was dying?
He quit.
Yeah.
Well, he had Lou Gehrig's disease,
But
ALS.
he didn't talk like that. He was like, or was that Babe Ruth?
He was good. He went out and and the stadium echoed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking of the Babe Ruth one, man. When he went, and like he can barely talk because he was dying.
I don't know that speech.
Oof.
That speech wasn't near as famous.
Yeah, because you couldn't understand what he was saying.
So we just don't know what he said. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like you're making this
I know,
up.
me
I'm
too.
not. I swear I've seen this.
Follow us at 25 Whistles. We'd appreciate that. Are we streaming or are we still working on that?
Still working on the stream.
Okay. Rocket Sanders will be on. He's currently the leading rusher in the SEC. We'll talk to him. It's pretty cool. He's a college kid. He's a college kid. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so we talked to him like college kid, and it's a good interview.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if you go to the 25 Whistles feed, we talked to UCA head coach, and I was like, hey, so if I play all these plays I got in Madden, would that translate into your game? And so it's a pretty fun little interview, so go check that out from Wednesday's halftime show. I do want to mention this, and I don't like to really hear a lot of people talk about fantasy unless they're giving me tips. This is in all my years of fantasy, the worst week for me ever. Every one of my players is out. Just about. Listen to this. I got Chase, who's injured. Can't drop him. And can't put him in IR because they didn't put him on IR. Saquon's bye. Zeke bye. Courtland Sutton bye. George Kittle bye. Freemuth bye. I'm starting people that I'm just like I'm just begging. I'm like looking for replacement players. And I'm playing Mike D this week.
Oh.
So I got replacement players playing on my team. I got people I never even heard of starting this week.
Dude, I'm in the same boat. I also have 5 players on a bye, and I got Eddie this week, and so I just like scouring the waiver wire this week.
Guys,
Yeah,
and
doesn't
I'm
your
on
team-
the way up.
Hold on, but Adam, doesn't your team suck?
That's
the difference.
They don't.
That is the
though.
difference.
They
No,
don't,
your
though.
record. I think
My record sucks,
The
yeah.
difference is I think I'm 6-2,
Yep. You've been crushing.
and Adam, you are
3 and 5.
yeah. So it's a different.
Yeah.
Do you ever use that in your draft strategy? Like you look at their buys?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Because some people do, so I was just wondering if you do.
I won't not take a player because I might have a bye week.
Right.
So no, but it bit me in the butt this time for sure. But there's that. I do want to start with the warm-up question of the week after we blow the whistle, and I think I'm going to blow us in this week.
Wow. Thanks for that.
Nice.
That's the end of game whistle.
Fired up, buddy. Warm-up question. Do you have any animals? Do you have any pets? If so, what do you have? Eddie, warm us up.
And I have a dog. Her name's Coachella. She's like a teenager. I see her about twice a day when she's hungry and she wants to go for a walk. That's about it. Other than that, she goes and she hides in a corner of our closet. She's so moody, I'm telling you.
That's all?
That's
Do you
it.
lock her in the closet?
No, that's what she wants to do. Unless I call her down like, hey, Coachella, let's go for a drive and whatever. She'll run down. Other than that, she's like, all right, I'm going to my room, Dad. See ya.
Mike D,
I do not have a pet.
do you want one? Have you talked about it?
I don't have any room for a dog, like no fence. I've only ever owned a cat.
Do you want a cat?
I would like a cat. My wife doesn't like cats.
You want the cat.
Yeah, cats are cool.
Kickoff Kevin.
I do not. I would love a dog, but I'm like Mike D, where I just don't have room for it right now, or time, or just it's a commitment.
You're also a single dude.
Not anymore, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Not married.
No.
Whoa.
Not
Sowing your
married.
oats.
News.
But you
there.
know he does have a girlfriend now, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Were you with us when we were talking about that?
Mm-hmm. Official.
Adam?
I have a 12-year-old dog named Gibson. Yeah, he's like a half Cocker Spaniel, half Poodle. And I say that because I can't bring myself to say cockapoo regularly because that's just ridiculous.
Just say it, man.
Cockapoo.
I have a bulldog named Stanley, and I have Eller, who's, I don't know, bunch of stuff.
The husky mix.
Half,
right?
yeah, husky, but also a lot of hound in her. So when those foxes were all over the yard, oof, that's tough. She was full hound all the time. All right, everybody warm?
Warmed up.
Let's tittle-tattle it up.
It's time for the stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
All right, Kevin, where are we starting today?
Who do you think can afford a loss more on Saturday, Tennessee or Georgia?
That's a good question. And what a week for college football.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good games, right?
Yeah.
Where the NFL, not a lot of
No.
good games. It's mostly on Saturday. Both. It's a weird question. I mean, I think whomever loses the game, as long as they don't lose another one, they've kind of got to pass into the playoff as long as they don't get embarrassed in this game or lose another one. Because they're going to be a one-loss SEC team, and their only loss is going to be to the team who's playing in the SEC championship game. So I think as long as nothing is humiliating and it's not a multi-score game, I think they can both lose and be fine. It's like they're both playing with house money almost.
Right.
Whoever wins goes to the SEC championship game. You go to that game and you don't get embarrassed, you go to the playoff.
Yeah.
You lose the game here and you don't get embarrassed, and you don't lose another one, you probably go to the playoff. It's a pretty good situation for both. So I think Georgia does win, but I think Tennessee probably still gets in. Because who do they lose to? Just Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really your answer. And I hate people that answer questions but I think both those teams are probably in if the only loss is this week to one of them. So that's my answer.
Okay.
It's a good place as long as somebody doesn't get beat by 21.
True. As long as there's no blowout.
As long as it's not 17 or more.
Okay.
I think if you're
That's still pretty big too. You think? Yeah.
yeah, I think 17 or more is embarrassing. I think a 2-touchdown loss that's a strong loss, but I don't think it's humiliating. And then you've beat Alabama if you're Tennessee, and if you're Georgia, you're Georgia. You also have the pedigree,
Yeah.
which they can lean on.
Where
Yeah.
are they playing?
They're playing at Georgia.
Yeah.
They're in Georgia. So if Georgia beats Tennessee, do they rush the field?
No.
No, absolutely
They
not.
won the
I
national
don't know.
championship.
People do weird stuff. I'm just asking.
Yeah, not then.
Clemson did do that a few weeks ago against.
That's what I'm saying.
NC State.
I think
Yeah.
they would only rush the field if it were like a crazy comeback victory or a field goal. I think it's situational.
True.
Okay.
I don't think it's universal if they win, they rush the field.
Oh, interesting.
I could see a rush the field if something crazy happened that deserved a field rushing in itself.
So then take back your condescending. No.
No, they don't rush the field.
It's situational is what
I'm
you're
not.
saying now.
No, I'm not. I'm saying my answer is no. They don't rush the field because they win. They rush the field if something crazy happens and they come back and win,
Yeah.
or there's something exciting that happened.
Okay.
Hail Mary to win, etc.
Something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
I can't wait.
If Tennessee wins this game,
Oh, that's it. I mean, they're true. It's real.
they're already true and I
I
hate
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
No. Listen. Like you got to understand. For the last few years, it's Georgia, Alabama. Like Georgia, Alabama. Here comes this school with a new quarterback, Hendon Hooker, whatever. They start winning games. Okay, but it's always the whole thing. Like who have they played? Well, are they really that good? Here's the true test. If they beat Georgia, there's no argument.
They
Well, I
beat
think they
Alabama.
had the test with Alabama.
Yeah, and LSU. They
Alabama's
blew out
had 3
LSU.
close games this year, though.
I agree, but they still beat Alabama, and Alabama's only lost this one game, and it was close. Tennessee's defense is probably their somewhat Achilles heel, but I compare them to LSU a few years ago.
Right.
Joe Burrow transferred in from Ohio State. Hendon Hooker came from Virginia Tech. You know, they have weapons everywhere. I don't think they're as strong as LSU, but we're going to see this week.
Yeah.
But I think they already deserve it. Now they just have to continue to prove it.
Yeah, and I think by the committee putting them at number 1 already says, yeah, we like you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Unless they lose by 17 points, I feel like
Yeah.
pretty good.
There we go, 17.
All right, next question.
Does Clemson need to blow out Notre Dame on the road this weekend to stay in the top 4?
I don't think they need to blow them out, but I think they could they just need to win. Clemson, again, these teams that have big names, and I keep using the word pedigree, as long as they win, they're fine. And Clemson hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
And so,
They've had some close ones.
but yeah, and an undefeated team is an undefeated team, even if you play in the same conference as Clemson,
Right.
where there's really not a lot of week-to-week competition. Syracuse doesn't count. And they're pretty good for Syracuse. Like those games are supposed to be big for them.
Mm-hmm.
Not as big if you're playing in the Big 10, the Big 12, the Pac. Of all the Power Fives, probably the weakest 5, right?
Yeah. If Michigan also starts blowing people out, then you might see Michigan jump Clemson. But they still have Illinois. Still have
but
Ohio
Michigan
State.
doesn't even matter, or Ohio State, because they're just
Yeah.
going to play each other, and that's
Yeah.
going to settle itself.
Yeah, whoever wins that one is in.
And then if whomever loses that one, if it's close, I think you have the issue too of a one-loss team. It's funny that it's going to come down to maybe close games as well.
Yeah.
Because part of it is people.
Yeah.
Part of the, there's some data, some science, some numbers, but it's also people there that are making decisions too.
Yeah.
So what was the question again?
Do you think Clemson needs to blow
No,
out
they just
Notre
gotta
Dame?
win. They just gotta win.
Just a win is fine.
Yeah.
What about LSU this week? Do you think they have a shot at making the playoff if they beat Alabama?
Well, they have 2 losses. So I think they're obviously already trailing a bit. I think if it gets to the point where there's a 1-loss Clemson, there's a 1-loss out of Pac-12 team, and then a 2-loss LSU, I think it's a conversation if they beat Alabama. Get LSU with 2 losses is tough because you have 2 losses.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of who you are and where you play, still 2 losses is not gonna. You're not gonna get in over an undefeated team from a Power 5. It's just gonna be tough. Do they have an outside shot? Yeah, I put the odds at like 11%. But LSU's got a tough schedule left. They got to play Alabama. They got to play Arkansas.
And who cares after that?
Yeah.
Tough schedule right
exactly it. All right, what else you got?
Going to the NFL at a quiet 5-2. Are the Titans the 3rd best team in the AFC?
First of all, I was looking, and I may have said this on the show. They're -6 points on. What'd they win by last week?
7 against the Texans.
So maybe they're now at like just +1 on the year. In scoring.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, not in turnovers. In scoring. They may be just like +1 on the year, and they're 6-2.
They just got beat so bad by the Bills that one time.
But it doesn't matter. That's still if
It's
you're
still
if
bad,
you've won
yeah.
6-2, if you're 6-2,
5-2, yeah.
or 5-2, you should have. You would think you'd have more points than that.
I think it took them until like week 4 or 5 to score a point in the second half.
yeah.
I can't look at them and go, they're a dynamic team that I look at to win.
Yeah.
Because they're not a dynamic team at all. But Vrabel always has his teams.
Crazy.
Their foundation is always strong. Fundamentally, they're good. Derrick Henry is now running like a guy who doesn't have a foot injury. I mean, he went crazy last week. Are they the 3rd best team in the AFC? Let me think about it. Well, we got the Chiefs. We got the Bills.
Those are the top 2.
Yep.
Who would I put above?
I feel like they're all there, bunched
Yeah,
up,
I know,
right?
I
You
know.
have like the Ravens.
I would still probably, even though the record does not indicate it, I think if I were just saying who would I pick to win the Super Bowl, I think I would pick the Chargers still over the Titans. Quarterback play, main reason. Their offensive line with replacements has been better than they thought early, and I think that's all going to kind of gel together a little bit. The Chargers in the AFC, the Ravens.
Got the Ravens. Then
Yeah.
you have the Jets too.
I
Like
can't put the Jets above.
I know
The
I get it,
Dolphins
but
before the Jets.
and the Dolphins. Those are
Bengals.
kind of like your group.
I can't put the Jets, Eddie. I
No,
can't.
I wouldn't either. I'm
I
just
can't
telling
put
you,
the Jets.
record-wise, they're there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I'm still Chiefs over Bills guy. I get it. Bills beat them, but I'm still going to go Chiefs,
Yeah, me too.
Bills, and then I'm still going to go. I'm going to go Dolphins now. They just signed Chubb to an extension immediately. I'm going to go Dolphins, Chargers, Titans. I put them at 5.
Dolphins, Chargers, Titans. Okay. No Ravens?
Ravens and Titans are about the same.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And Lamar's been all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
but I still, I put you never mind 6. Titans are 6.
Okay.
All right, what else?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is Jalen Hurts the runaway MVP right now?
No, not the runaway MVP. No, they're also a running team. He does run the ball. Jalen Hurts runs the ball, but they're also a running team.
He can also throw the ball, man.
He absolutely. You know
He's
why? He
looking
can,
so
you know why he
good.
can throw the ball? It's because they're a running team and they have to play the run.
Yeah.
But he's a really good quarterback. I love Jalen Hurts. But no, I still think Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes wins the MVP when it's all said and done. I bet on Patrick Mahomes to win the MVP, even though Josh Allen was the favorite. I think he's probably 3rd or 4th behind Tom Brady.
When do the wheels start coming off for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles?
I don't know if the wheels ever come off. I think they probably hiccup a little bit. I did bet that one of the NFL teams would go undefeated this year, only thinking it was the Eagles. So I have that. They probably lose to a team they shouldn't lose to because that's the NFL.
That's what all right. That's what always happens.
Because they have the Cowboys and the Giants still left, but the NFL is like, all right, we're waiting for the big matchup, and then they end up losing to Austin High School before the week before. Yeah.
Or sit starters at the end of the season,
Yeah.
you know.
But they
Yeah,
won't
playoffs.
if that's the case. If they're undefeated, they ain't going to sit. I think they'll safely play their starters. I can't imagine a team sitting if they're 16-0, going into 17-0. All right, what else?
Last one. Which team is more desperate for a win this weekend, the Rams or the Bucks when they face off?
might
Oh,
win a
man.
game. I think the Bucs are more desperate for a win because of the Bucs and Tom Brady, and it's all over the news, and they're just being drowned with Tom Brady's getting divorced. The Bucs are over. Tom Brady's washed. The Rams are a story because they won the Super Bowl last year. They both need a win, but who's more desperate? Probably the Bucs because of all the extra surrounding Tom Brady. It's on TMZ. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah. I gauge it with my wife. I'll tell her like, "Hey, the Bucks lost again." She's like, "What?" If I tell her like, "Hey, the Rams lost again," she's like, "What does that mean?"
And I think that's exactly the reason. They both need to win.
Mm-hmm.
They both need to win. All right, is that it?
That's it.
That's Tiltado. Thank you.
Best name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
I was looking at the Heisman odds before I came in. Eddie, who wins the Heisman right now?
Right now, I mean, can we put Hendon Hooker in there?
He's number one right now.
Like, I mean,
He's the favorite right now.
then I go Hendon Hooker.
Okay. Kevin?
Yeah, Hendon Hooker.
Adam?
It's hard to argue. I don't know anybody else that touches what he's done.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
He's played well. Here are your top 5. Bo Nix at 5.
What on earth?
Man, that's just really going to stick in Auburn's craw if he won the Heisman.
I mean, he's played awesome, except for the Georgia game.
Yeah.
He's played awesome.
Yeah.
Number 4, Blake Corum at Michigan. Is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running back.
Yep. At plus 1,400. At 3, Caleb Williams at USC. A lot of it's because he's Caleb Williams. A lot of it's because it's USC. And he's also played well.
Mm-hmm.
They have a loss to Utah. But we don't see a lot of
We
them
really
because
don't.
they're way over there.
Yeah. I've only seen one half of them, maybe.
CJ Stroud at 2, which he was the favorite coming in, him and Bryce Young. And then Hendon Hooker at number 1. So if they lose a game or two, I don't know, it's going to be hard for him to lose it because there's just nobody else except for Stroud who's screaming, I'm the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless,
He's going to have to really lay an egg.
unless somebody really, really steps up in big, big games, like Stroud at Michigan or one of these big games we're talking about. If somebody really comes through and wins the game, that's the only way that'll shift. But
Yeah.
right now, Hendon Hooker is the absolute favorite there.
There's no Stetson Bennett or anything?
No, not yet. Could be. Definitely could be if he plays well against Tennessee and they go undefeated. Yeah. And what's crazy was he didn't even start all last year.
Yeah.
You know? And he was in the early talks and he's like 9th or something right now. But yeah, there's room for those guys to still climb up if they do some turd dropping, those first 2, and then somebody wins, like actually performs at a super elite level in a game where it's that guy won a big game for that team.
Yep.
So, yeah, I can see Stetson Bennett getting back into it. If Georgia comes out and whoops Tennessee and Stetson puts up 380 and 4 touchdowns, he, boom, is right back in it, especially if Hendon Hooker lays a big egg. I do want to talk about the Commanders in a second.
You want to buy him?
Let me check my wallet.
I checked mine. I'm out.
Mostly because that story is moving pretty fast. And by the time you hear this on Friday, because we do this late Thursday, I don't know what happened. They're being investigated now. They're looking to sell either the full team, the part of the team. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to go over to Adam and get in Adam Stats.
Adam Stats. Adam has all your stats for you. Adam Stats.
Going to start in the NFL today. We've had some fun this year laughing at the Denver Broncos because they have been not great in spots. We had fun with Russell Wilson being a little bit of a tool. Game management at times, they've just been like a dumpster fire a lot. But we've thought, how in the world do they even win in any games at all? They're 3-5. But when I was digging in, because I was digging in on the Titans, I was like, what's making the Titans good? And I was looking at these defensive stats. The thing that kind of blew my mind, how are the Broncos winning games, is that they're only giving up a touchdown 26% of the time in the red zone. The next closest is the New York Giants at 43%, which is just they're crushing the red zone. So that's how the Broncos win games. Fun fact.
Yeah, their defense has been pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool stat. Only quarter of the time they're giving up a touchdown in the red zone.
Wow.
And it's like a wide margin. The next closest is 43%. That's crazy.
That defense has got to be like, man, we're really playing well. Russ, bro. Or sorry, Russ's manager. Will you tell Russ?
Yeah. Secretary, assistant.
Bro. All right, what do you have in college?
College, going back to Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker's averaging 10.7 yards passing attempt in a dead tie with C.J. Stroud. So every time he's going back to throw the ball, you can pretty much count on 10.7 yards. That's good for number 1 in the nation. We talked about Hendon Hooker being the front runner for the Heisman now. Has he played himself in the first round of the draft? What do y'all think?
Probably late first round because there is such a demand for quarterbacks.
Yeah. There are.
They will definitely, if you're a late second round talent, but you're one of the top quarterbacks, it's almost like you get a free bonus round because you're a quarterback and they're so in demand and it's so hard to get right. And so few of them actually turn into players who start in the NFL for not superstar, but just start for a long time. So yes, I think he has, and he could actually be mid, even early by the time it happens.
Sure.
And I don't know where McShay has him. I haven't seen any of that.
Kuiper came out with today, actually. He had him 5.
Overall?
Yeah, overall.
wow.
Well, quarterback. Sorry, quarterback.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
Fifth
overall.
quarterback. He had Stroud, Levis, Young, and I can't remember who was 4, and then Hennon was 5.
So where did that put him overall? Like 18 or something?
Probably. I didn't see overall. I just saw quarterbacks.
Yeah. So yes, I think it does probably put him in that mid to late first round. Even before I knew that, that's where I thought he would probably go.
Yeah.
But if he performs well the rest of the year and has a good camp, he literally could move up to top 3 overall.
Totally.
Those quarterbacks, man, if they show, but also at the same rate, like you saw Malik Willis drop a lot. Like he didn't go to what, 3rd round last year?
Yeah.
And he was for a while going to be the number 1 pick or the top quarterback for a while. So there's a lot of room for you to climb quickly as a quarterback and also fall if you don't. I wonder what it was about Malik. I mean, obviously he came from a small school, Liberty, but he also was at Auburn before Liberty, so it's not like he didn't have big school experience. But I mean, you saw with the Titans, they didn't let him throw the ball.
No, not at all.
I mean, but they don't throw the ball much anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like Tannehill's tossing for 380 as well, but he threw for 50 yards.
Yeah.
They didn't give him the shot. They didn't need the shot. But they didn't give him the shot.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. 11 yards pass, pretty good. It's not Drew Brees.
No, it's not.
Not Drew Brees at all. All right, that's Adam Stats. Thanks, Adam.
Adam Stats. That's it, Adam Stats. He's got those stats for you.
Yeah, we're going to go over, it's a really fun interview. He's the leading rusher in the SEC. His name's Rocket Sanders. Pretty cool story. He didn't even go to Arkansas to be a running back. We talk about this now. Enjoy our interview with the SEC's leading rusher, Rocket Sanders. All right, on right now with Rocket Sanders. Hey, Rocket, where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in the training room right now.
So, what are we, 8 games in the season? Is that what it is? Are you sore and hurt all the time now? Do you wake up every morning like, oh, my leg, my ankle, my neck, or are you good?
I'm a little sore, but I wouldn't say I wake up like that. I'll probably say the worst day for me, I'll probably say is the night after the game.
Does it start hurting immediately after the game, or is it when your adrenaline comes down and you go home and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
man.
when it comes down, and like really when I'm laying down when I get home, late night type deal.
Do you ever have a headache and you're like, I don't want to run the ball, but you don't want to tell anybody you have a headache during the game? You're like, oh, my head's killing me. I just got licked.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It'd be moments where I have headaches, but the moments should be like last drive, we got to score type deal. So, but like I feel like I worked on that. So it's like it's that last set. You know what I mean? I can't really sit there and be like, hey, hold on. Can't hold on and like tell the coach. So, just finish it out. But I work on that. So it's like, it's fine.
Whenever, if I play flag football and I can get the corner on somebody and I talk to them, I'll be like, got you. And I get the corner. Do you ever, because we can't see what you're saying. If you ever turn the corner on someone, you got them. Do you ever go, got you?
Nah, in my head, I'll be thinking that, but I don't be saying too much because we're a tempo offense. So it's like, we're trying to get the ball back in and get a play. You know what I mean? Get the next play.
Give me some of the plays that are called. There's a lot of terminology that we don't understand. Give me a play that they would call in the huddle. Don't care which one, but one where we'd be like, what's even happening right there?
What you mean about that?
Like, I don't know. Let's say KJ's in the huddle and you guys are going to run a formation, some sort of spread, but he's actually calling a play. He's probably not calling, okay, we're going to go Rocket right beside the center, go. I'm sure there's some sort of play name, 3XW.
Well, play calling is like, he'll say a full play calling is like, and it's like everything's not for me. It's like one thing that like just in general, he'll say a play and like one thing out of that play, it'll be for me. Same as it's for the receivers and the offensive line.
When you have an offensive line as good as your offensive line right now, after the game, do you ever reach out and go like, guys, you guys really, really did it for me this game. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely shout them out heavy. Definitely after a big play, shoot. Even when the drive don't work for us, you know what I mean. Always giving them a compliment every time, and during practice as well. Definitely, it feels great coming back this year with them.
You get all kind of free stuff like from because we went down and we went down into where they have all the shirts and shoes, and they hooked us up with like backpacks full of stuff. And so we got all the free Razorback stuff. I got to imagine as a player, can you just request, be like, I need another sweatshirt?
Yeah, I feel like definitely for like the equipment people, like they come in handy. They come in handy with like new stuff. We get gear, of course, but I feel like definitely like every game I'll be trying to change the swag up a little bit. Just even if it's like changing wristbands and stuff like that, I feel like they come in handy with that.
Eddie, what do you want to say to Rocket?
Hey, Rocket. So when you have the ball and you're hitting a wall of 4 defenders, right, and you're trying to fight for that extra yardage, what does that feel like, dude? When you like turn your back and you're just fighting against?
I ain't gonna lie. When it comes down to that, I don't really feel nothing. I really don't feel nothing. And I feel like it was just a play against Auburn, close by the touchdown that I didn't score. And after the play, my offensive line, I think it was Ricky. He was like, next time, do you want me to push harder? I was like, yeah, just go ahead, because I don't be feeling nothing at all when I'm inside. Like when a lot of people on me, definitely want to get close by the touchdown. You know what I mean? I'd be wanting the touchdown. So by any means, I'd be like, yeah, just push me in.
Yeah, because sometimes it looks like it hurts whenever the linemen come running in and go boom from the back to push you.
Yeah, he did. Ricky actually did that. But he didn't do it as hard. He said he was like, after that, like I said, after that, he asked me, hey, do you want me to push in hard? I was like, yeah, go for it. I don't mind. Because like what really, as a running back, the worst thing is a pal standing up is okay, but a pal standing down is pretty bad because a lot of teams play dirty. So like when you get in the pal, a lot of refs and a lot of people don't see things. So it's like that's the worst. Just getting on the ground and like a lot of people on top of you. Definitely defensive line.
What's happening down there? You're at the bottom. What's happening at the bottom of that pile? What's being said? What are people doing with their hands?
Man, they talk. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of teams be talking crazy when I was in the pal. Definitely for beating them, but like I say, just man, they're just pinching and some more stuff. I ain't gonna get deep to it, but it's some crazy thing that you'll think like negative about. Yeah, it's definitely negative way.
Rocket Sanders right now leading the SEC in rushing. Going into the season, did you feel like you were, physically at a place where you could do what you're doing now on the ground?
Actually, that was the goal. Actually, just the off season, I feel like that having that 1 year under my belt as a freshman and watching people in front of me, I feel like that would really like help me, and just getting some feedback for a couple players I know that went to the league, and just people that I reach out in college as a running back that was here in college before me. I'm just reaching out with them. I feel like that helped me out as well. So like just one thing that I feel like I changed is being patient and just being relaxed and having the same people in front of me blocking for me, and the quarterback that was with me last year helped me out a lot with being patient. So I definitely say this year I feel like that was the goal, and I got many more goals to reach, and I feel like that's not the only goal that I can accomplish.
On my franchise in Madden, I'm on 2024. I just drafted you first round. You first round pick, running back out of Arkansas. And so I'm pumped to have you on my team in Madden. We're 5 games in. You got about 700 yards rushing. And I'm playing all Madden level too. So the future is very bright for you, Rocket.
Madden, dang, that's crazy. All Madden, yeah, that's smooth. That's smooth.
First round pick as a running back. That's right. I didn't even you were already up there too. Like I had to jump a couple spots to get you.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, definitely. That's the goal.
What is a day in the life like for you? You wake up at what time, and do you go to class? What's your daily schedule?
Definitely go to class. Main thing, I feel like if you're doing good in school, I feel like everything else is gonna play out as in just putting the work in for football as well. But I feel like when it comes down to school, regular day, I'll just say throughout the week, it's what. So I explained today. Today I woke up around like 6:30. Get to here by like 7, get some treatment in the morning. So, feel great later on during practice. And then I got a class. I had a class at 8. So I had after treatment, rushed to class at 8. Got a little chill time right now. So I'm getting more treatment. And then I got a class at 11:30. And then after that, we got meetings and stuff, around like 2:30. And then I got to get taped at 1 to be ready for meetings at 2:30.
Yeah, sounds like a full day for sure.
I don't get out of practice till Tuesdays and Wednesdays is like a pretty busy day. So practice wise, we'll get out probably around like 6:30. And then I get a little more treatment after that and get in the cold tub. So I ain't home probably till like 7, 8.
Yeah, it's a busy day. I thought I was busy. I still think I'm busy, but that's also busy.
That's real busy.
Yeah, that's also busy.
Just imagine doing that every day though. So it's like it's crazy. That's why like when it comes down to talking to my family, it's like really only time I get to talk to them for is like throughout the day is when I'm in the car, when I'm in the car going home, because boy, I know when I leave that car, it's over.
When you're
Going
just
home sleep.
walking around campus, do people stop you and get pictures? Just a normal day?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say that. Definitely when I'm out though. When I'm out and like crazy thing is I have my hoodie on and still people notice me. So yeah.
Well, you also have like big muscles, and so you know something's up when they see you because you're jacked. And
A little different.
I really be having a jacket on, like, really heavy. So I don't know if people can tell who I am, but a lot of people can tell who I am. It's crazy.
Hey, what's the story about practice? And because when you came to the University of Arkansas, you were a four-star athlete. Were you always coming in to play running back, or were you playing wide receiver?
No, receiver. Actually, I was an athlete, but in like my film was like mainly receiver, but I did a little bit of like backfield stuff, and then actually I did defense too. So some teams that offered me as an athlete, but low key wanted me playing defense as well, safety, linebacker, stuff like that. But actually I came to Arkansas as an athlete, and then the coach Step had left as receiver. So we was connecting like heavy. Me and Coach Step, that's who recruited me heavy here, and then he left right when I got here. So crazy thing is, when we started doing like Indy is like position drills. So when I first got here, Coach Pitt was like, hey, I went to the middle of the field and talked to Coach Pitt. And I was like, where do you want me to go, receiver or running back? He was like, I want you to go to running back and try it out. And then I guess after he watched my Indy and the drills, I was like competing in or whatever. He was like, hey, we want you at running back. So that was pretty smooth, and that went smooth for me.
Yeah, I would think so. I think it went real smooth for you. Where do you see in the future? Let's just, once you finish your collegiate career, whenever that is, at the next level, do you want to play running back or you want to play wide receiver?
Really want to come down to, of course, I'm playing running back right now, so I would love to play running back because that's where I know most of my stuff at. But really, like I told coaches here and like coaches I talked to before I got recruited by Arkansas, when I started getting recruited heavy by a lot of schools, I was just telling them I'll play any position. I just want to be on the field.
Works hard. Your son, your Halloween costume looked great. Was that Bam Bam?
Yeah.
Was that Bam Bam or Fred Flintstone? Which one was it?
I think it was Fred. I think it was Fred. I was kind of confused myself. Whatever it was, he played it off good though.
What do you listen to before a game? Like what's in your phone?
I'll probably say a little bit of Rod Wave. He probably a little sad song to think about my family, my loved ones, and then I'll probably crank it up to like probably NBA YoungBoy. That's a little crazy. So yeah.
You play Madden at all? You play 2K at all?
No. I'm actually finna start getting on the game to have a little time to myself.
Yeah, I guess you gotta wait till after season.
Other than that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Other than that, I just be chilling.
All right. Well, how's it looking with Liberty? You guys feel pretty good about this week?
Yeah, definitely. Just really key thing is just getting some film on them. I feel like they're a solid team. When it come down to playing the team that's not in the SEC, I feel like they coming in and playing hard. So we just gotta prepare for them and just play our game.
My final question for you: you ever been hit so hard where you're like,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
crazy thing is when I first got here, I changed to running back automatically. So I'll say we'll do. It was red area when we first started. When I first got here, red area is like we was full pads, it was spring, so it was tackle, it was hitting. And so as a running back, as a receiver, you don't go in the hole. So when I went in the hole as a running back, my first drill. Grant Morgan, yeah, hit me pretty good. And that day when I first got there, that woke me up as being a running back. I was like, oh man.
Let me ask you this final question. Do you think if I played
Oh boy, here we
12 games, so 12 games, right? Let's say I play 12 games for Arkansas right now. Coach signed me up and said, you can play running back for us. I come right now as I am, still pretty athletic, a little older, obviously, can still move a little bit. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That little jogging and running and recovery doing, you're gonna need more recovery. Out of everything, you're gonna need more recovery.
Okay, but let me ask you the question. Do you think I could, through 12 games, do you think I could total 100 yards total through the whole season? It's about 8 yards a game playing running back.
Yeah, I believe in you, but it's about that first hit. If you get that first hit and you're okay, then I might ride with you. As you know, you get 5 yard pop. That'll be smooth. You'll probably reach that goal, but it just matters. It really matters what team you're playing.
Wow.
Yeah, Rocket, he's not considering the losing yards. Like, if he loses 10 yards, like, he's lost
Yeah,
that.
think about it. Yeah, but if you get 5 a pop or 10 a pop, then you might be smooth. But like I said, it really matter what team you're playing.
I got heart of a
And
lion.
what you win.
Yeah, I got the heart of a lion, and I'll play Georgia. Who cares? Bring them on. I'll take them on all day, every day. Look at me.
Man,
Come on.
man.
Yeah. What team?
I don't know.
What team hit the hardest?
This year, really, I'll probably say Alabama, because it wasn't even the first guy that hit me. It's about that they ran to the ball. So it was one play where the defensive end came out of nowhere. It hit me from the side. So I definitely say Alabama, because they're a disciplined team and they was running to the ball heavy.
All right, Rocket. We appreciate you. We'll be talking with you soon. Have a good game this week. Be healthy, and man, just keep doing it. Keep doing it for us, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right, there he is. Rocket Sanders, everybody. Thanks to Rocket Sanders. That's a really fun interview, and I don't know.
It makes me want to go back to college.
And run the ball?
No, not all that. I would never had a chance to do that, but just to live that college life, man.
Right.
He just seems like he's just loving life.
Can I tell you what I liked about that interview? I like that a lot of these kids, they get media training and they show up and like they talk coach speak. Like, we're not looking ahead to Alabama. We're just taking it one game at a time. Rocket is just like he's just chilling. Yeah, I'm playing Madden. Get some treatment. I don't know.
It was cool.
Yeah. I hope, and I'm not sure. I hope because Rocket and I already have a relationship that he knows I'm not gonna really try to get him or do a gotcha with him. Rocket and I we're doing an NIL deal and we're doing these hoodies. The new line is out, and I think Rocket will probably have something up in the next couple of days, but we're raising money for an organization that help kids that can't afford to play sports get equipment to play sports. And so you can look for those. I don't know, when this comes out tomorrow, it may be up on my Instagram, or maybe Rockets. I guess we should have organized this. I forgot about even doing that until he was on, and I was like, oh, yeah, we should talk about this. But just, Mr. Bobby Bones on Instagram. We'll put him up. You know what they say, Eddie?
That's showbiz, baby.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
Good guess.
What do they say?
They're the ones.
There's no straight line to success. Yeah, I have a couple of those.
The new ones.
I have one new one.
You do?
You gave me the new one.
Chest?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
It's very comfy, too.
Hey, Kickoff Kevin, what do you know about the Commanders as of right now?
As of right now, from what we talked about, was that they're trying to sell the team Snyder, and that there's an investigation that dropped, the day after that, which obviously it came up for a reason.
Yeah, that's why they want to sell the team.
Yeah.
Because
Happening
something's
over there?
Federal investigation, right?
Yeah, but who's putting it? It's also like, are somebody trying to run them out? Are they leak? Mike, we have audio.
Yep.
This is from what, ESPN or press conference or what?
Sports Center.
It's from Sports Center. All right, here we go.
Development in the Commander's situation. Sources confirming to our Don Van Natta Jr. that the U.S. Attorney's Office in Virginia has opened a criminal investigation into possible financial misconduct by the team. Now, the inquiry was triggered by a letter to the House Oversight Committee sent to the Federal Trade Commission alleging deceptive business practices. Some of those including withholding ticket revenue from visiting teams and not returning refundable deposits to fans.
It just sounds like a shady group, huh?
Yeah, it really does.
In every way, even some of the allegations against Dan Snyder of like misconduct and other, it doesn't sound like that's a dude you want to be your boy. Like you want to know him like third level so he can get you free tickets, but you don't like want to be his friend Frank. He's like a bad dude. Yeah.
And all those things too sounds just like immature business, like somebody that runs an auto shop. Not like the Washington Commanders. Like this
not
is
like a multi-billion-dollar
so
organization.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
I did read they think it could go for $4 to $5 billion.
God,
Yeah.
That team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
it's a lot of $1 billion.
Can't do that one.
I'm trying to buy a pickleball team. They're selling a football team. Golly. All right, update. Let's talk about the tallies in the coaches game. Where you're trying to book a coach. Eddie, total score.
I don't know. -1. What am I at? -1. -1. No luck on anything.
Who's your coach?
I'm chasing right now Auburn.
Brian
coach.
Harsin. Well, he's not Auburn anymore. He's free
Well,
agent.
Free agent coach.
He's on the waiver wire. You can pick him up pretty easily.
I had a hot track on Oregon coach, Lanning. Nothing on him yet. Sent a couple emails out. Nothing's landed on that. So I don't know, man. I'm working over here, but nothing biting.
Mike?
I have Wilcox and Cal. I got to start making a move here because everybody's starting to gain on me because I'm at 0. I never went into the negative. So I'm probably going to see how they do this weekend and then just go for that hitting them up again.
Yeah. Adam?
Still working my end around angle on Josh Heupel, but I brought Coach Nathan Brown on yesterday, so it got me back to 0.
Yeah.
And so I'm back at even and still trying to work to get Coach Heupel on.
Congrats on being even.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Must be nice.
Wednesday's episode, go listen to that. It's really fun. Really great interview with the coach at UCA. Kevin, well, first of all, let me say this about Kevin. He landed us a money interview with Coach Beamer at South Carolina. That's who he had. And who's your new one, by the way, that you drew?
Mike Leach.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you about that in a second.
Okay.
But I did see a little something pop through. You have lined up another, to get out of the hole. He's actually lined up a really great one to get out of the hole.
What the crap?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got Jeff Traylor at UTSA. Good old Roadrunners.
Wow,
He's
baby.
coming
Coach.
on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dang, he okay. So I mean, Kevin's trying to get this. It's a money grab. Like he.
Of course, that's the whole game.
No. I mean, he is like fighting for this $500.
Yeah.
It's even more than the $500 though, Eddie. So I can just tell you, hey, I beat you.
Oh, just for that? Okay.
It's personal.
It's all of
personal
it.
for Kevin.
All of it.
Whatever, dude.
So once Kevin gets the UTSA coach, Coach Traylor, he'll be the only person in the positives.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How about that?
Do we want to alter any rules at all? Because I'm free to open the discussion of we don't have to draw. You could go for any Power 5 coach.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's what we do. There's 4 of you, so it would need to be a 3v1 vote.
I feel like the Power 5 coach though should be a multi-score, like a worth 2 points or something, right? Because that's a big grab, especially right now during the season.
But 1 point is a massive point.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, well, that's true.
So I mean, it's not like because you can't get anybody else. You can get out of the hole with a coach that's not a Power 5 coach.
Yeah, because no offense, I mean, Kevin, UTSA, like what? Really?
UTSA, that's a big one. They
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Smaller school though.
Yeah, but they almost made the play. They're in the conversation for like the playoff.
Oh, I get it, but still, smaller school, easier to get.
FBS Division 1. They were ranked last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranked.
Just saying.
You're a hater. You haven't
Yeah.
got crap.
Just saying, a little different.
We're
It's a
going to
little
tell Traylor
But who
when
have
he
you
comes
gotten
on.
in it
No,
all?
Yeah.
but I've gotten no one.
You know what's a little different than him? You, because you got nothing.
You can't
Dang
talk
it.
until you get one, Eddie.
Mike, wait. Let's vote. Let's vote. Would you guys like to go to any Power 5 coach? Would you like to move to that, or do you want to stay as is?
Well,
Mike?
the trouble is if we.
I
if
tell
we
you
all
what.
start-
Hold on, I got another wrinkle. If you get your coach you have on the line right now, you get 2 points.
Ooh,
The
okay.
one you have on the line, okay.
Meaning Cal coach, Heupel, Leach, Eddie,
Harsin.
But any other coach is 1 point.
Okay.
That way you get bonus for the game we were still playing.
Okay.
Let's vote.
I like it.
Hold on. Let's vote.
I like that wrinkle though.
Hold on. Let's vote.
Yeah, just telling you.
Mike.
No, I say we keep it how it is.
Okay, 1 vote.
Mike.
No.
Tell him, Mike.
Eddie.
No. I like the new way. I like
Then say yes. Don't say no.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. I vote yes.
Mike goes 1 vote nay, 1 vote yay.
Because guys, think of the podcast. Like this is a win for the podcast, not just you. You're being selfish by keeping it the way it is.
What a pitch.
All right, this guy.
What a
This
pitch.
guy.
Think about it. Like if we got Saban on the podcast, that's big for all of us.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the more
That's why
cool
we're doing
guests
it.
we get.
God, these guys
I also
so
think
selfish.
there's a selfish angle to yours, but I do think it's better for the
It's
podcast.
It's totally
for
to
me.
Eddie.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're fighting for 4 people. Imagine if you fight for 30.
Guys, I'm all about the podcast winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay.
1 vote no, 1 vote why. Adam.
I'm going to vote yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. I like the wrinkle.
We got 2 yays, 1 nay. Kevin, it all comes down to you.
Let's make it interesting. I'm going with Mike. Nay.
So 2 so no,
Nay.
we're not changing the rules.
Yeah.
That's not
That's not
interesting.
interesting.
That's the
Oh, I thought you were
opposite.
gonna be the
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. Yeah.
I mean, you don't.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. But I'm still voting nay no matter what because I like the way everything's going right now, so I'm not gonna mess
Yeah,
up
yeah.
anything.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
There you have it. Hey, the podcast will just be worse, I guess.
Bunch of selfish people on
If
this
it would have been a
podcast.
tie, because I don't want to be in the vote because I'm not playing. If I would have been in the vote, I would have voted yes.
Yeah,
Because it would
absolutely.
have been better for the podcast. But hey, who cares about me?
Right, exactly. Who cares about the podcast, guys?
Yeah. Game you're most excited about? Quickly, around the room. NFL game you are most excited about. I will go first. It's a tough week in the NFL, so I'm going to go Panthers at Bengals because I'm ready for the Panthers to do what they're going to do this year. and that's make the playoffs.
Okay, all right, buddy.
It's important for both teams. Panthers, they got to win. I still think they're in that division where if they just win a little bit, they have a shot. And the Bengals, they have to win. That was a humiliating loss to the Browns. That's humiliating.
Yeah.
So they have to win. Both these teams have to win. I like a I quit match. Whoever loses this, you just quit. You pack up your pads, fly home, you quit.
Call the season.
Yeah. So I quit match. Panthers at Bengals. The Panthers are 7.5-point underdogs.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I might take that line. I'll
Yeah.
tell you later. Okay, let's go over to Eddie. NFL game of the week. That's not your team.
I mean, there's really nothing because the Cowboys are on a bye. But if I had to pick one, I'll go Titans-Chiefs, obviously. Finally, I get to watch a Titans game since I do live in Nashville.
Are you going to the game?
No, it's in Kansas City.
Oh.
But I'll watch it.
Okay, well, good for you.
Yeah, that's it. There's no Cowboys game, so really nothing.
Kevin?
Let's go Rams and Bucks. Talked about it a little bit earlier. Both
That's good.
teams are just so desperate for a win. Brady, Stafford, and the offenses look bad. Let's see what happens.
That's a really interesting game.
Yeah.
Adam?
Another interesting for me, Bills and Jets. I'm cheering for the Jets. I want the Jets to be good. They've been bad for so long.
I'm cheering for the Jets too.
I would love for them to, just shake it up, knock off the Bills, see what happens.
That's a fun game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be close.
No, it's not. You guys can cheer all you want.
Yeah.
Buffalo's opening. I think they open at -13.
Yeah,
It's come down
a
a
lot
little
of
bit.
the spreads are pretty ugly this week. All right, college game you're looking most forward to that's not a personal one. Let's go over. I'll go first. Alabama LSU for me.
Oh, interesting.
Because Alabama should win, and what should happen is Alabama should represent the West, and what should happen, there's a lot of things that should. But what happens quickly, if LSU happens to win this game, is a lot of those shoulds don't happen anymore. Because Alabama is no longer just a front runner to get in. They've got 2 losses, and then the whole deal of if so-and-so wins the SEC, does automatic, all that is kind of off the table.
That's all done.
So Alabama, LSU, to me, and the rise of the LSU program this year, I'm not an LSU fan, obviously, but it's been pretty cool to watch because they were picked last or next to last, and here they are. They're winning.
Do you think LSU can win this game? I mean, I know you're rooting for them because that'll just end everything, but you think they can?
I do. I don't think they will, but do I think they can? Yeah.
That's a very weird way of answering that question.
Well, there's a difference, and yeah, they're going to win.
Well, yeah, is there a chance? There always is a chance.
No, but I'm not even subscribing to there's always a chance. But I do think they can win. I think they're playing Death Valley too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll
So
help.
there are a couple factors there, and Alabama's been pressed a few times. They got beat by Tennessee.
Yeah.
The Texas game was close. I think Alabama will win, probably 6 to 8 points. But do I think LSU can win? Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin.
Let's go with Texas and Kansas State.
That's a good one.
That beatdown last week, Kansas State on Oklahoma State, was just like, what the heck is going on here? So I'm anxious to see how they come out against Texas. Texas can beat anybody, it seems like, if they really want to. So I want to see what happens there.
Adam?
I'm with you. The Bama LSU game, man. That there's nothing more scary than Nick Saban with his back against the wall, but having his back against the wall in Death Valley at night, man. And LSU's confident. Like they have. I feel like they have more than a puncher's chance to win, but then the other game, the Georgia.
Can't pick a
Tennessee
second game. We're
No,
going one game.
No, I know.
One game.
One game.
Leave
I'm
that
just
one
telling you
alone.
One game, Mike.
I'm just
Turn
telling
his
you
mic
why.
off, Mike.
No.
One game.
Yes, thank you.
Mike, there he's off. There you go. There you go.
He's still trying to talk.
That's it. That's it. He got hit with it. Did you go?
No, I have not gone.
What is yours?
And thank you guys so much for leaving me
You're
the
welcome,
game
buddy.
of the week.
Go ahead.
Yes, Tennessee, Georgia.
Thank you.
And let me tell you
But
why.
that's why, Adam, you can't talk about it because Eddie still hasn't talked, and you're taking
Correct.
some of his shine
So
here.
take it easy.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you why. I think this line started at like -10, maybe -12 at the beginning of the week. We're at 8 now. So I mean, obviously I think Georgia's going to destroy Tennessee, but -8 is like huge for me. It's the first time I've ever placed a bet on a Tuesday for a Saturday game. That's crazy. I don't have the patience to wait for my bets that long. So for me to bet on a Tuesday for a Saturday game, it's a big deal. I've been waiting for this one for a while.
Is that a guarantee?
What? -8? Yeah, I'll take Georgia -8. Don't let these lines scare you guys. These lines -8. Oh, it's great. It's gonna be closer than that. No, Georgia is a way better of a football team. Georgia will cover -8. They might even. I don't even want to say what they're gonna do.
But you're for sure.
I'm for sure.
Say it. Look into the camera that's on and say, "I'm Eddie. I am for sure they're going to cover." And everybody should bet get some smiles on that. And if not,
Whoa, we don't do it if not.
Oh, I thought you were super sure.
I am super sure, but we don't have to do an if not.
Oh, okay.
You have to volunteer an if not.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eddie, and I am sure that Georgia is going to cover on this game against Tennessee -8. So go ahead, click that little button on DraftKings and guarantee yourself some smiles because I am 100% sure on this one. Let's go.
Reed, cut that up and put that up as its own. I like that. With
do
like
you mean?
graphics, like sure,
Oh.
bing. All that.
Oh, boy.
Let's sell it, baby.
All right, I'm sure.
You may be right. Okay. Is that everybody's college game?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody NFL game?
Was Mike going to do one?
No, Mike doesn't usually do one.
Okay.
He always can if he wants, but he doesn't usually do one. Let me talk about 25 Whistles, and this show brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app and use the code BobbySports to get in on the action right now. Ready for my parlay?
Mm-hmm.
Prepare yourself. This week we're back on it. We've never been as back on it as we're about to be back on it. It's a 3-play. It's a 1, 2, 3. Count your smiles. Number 1, Kentucky is a pick'em at Missouri.
Wow.
Just take the Kentucky money line. I don't care if it's -1, +1. It may move a little bit. Take the Kentucky money line and just start putting smiles in your pockets. It's never been freer smiles. Next up, Oklahoma State is at Kansas. Oklahoma State -2. Yeah. Take a little scoop like at the candy store and scoop those smiles right in your pocket. And finally, going back to Kentucky, Missouri, the over is at 40.5. That is just screaming. I went on my phone, logged in, I heard, bet me. What?
Who said that?
Who did? Which one of you buttons did that? Here, it started, bet me. Wow. There you go. Those are your 3.
Wait, so what are you on, over?
Yeah, I'm looking at the camera right now. Here you go. Lots of smiles here. Kentucky, money line. Oklahoma State, -2. Bet the over on the Kentucky-Missouri game at 40.5. There are going to be so many smiles, your face is going to hurt. More smiles than frowns. You cut the clip right there. Thanks.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
I like how you say money line.
Yeah,
That's
I like
good.
to just add a little something.
Yeah.
Listeners that don't have DraftKings Sportsbook app can download it now and get in on the action with the 25 Whistles parlay on DraftKings Sportsbook. So take the 25 Whistles parlay, check it out. New users, use the code BobbySports when you download the app, 21 and up in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for terms and resources. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text Tennessee Red Line, 800-889-9789. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, 467-369. Here's what I'll do. Use this video too. This is all my bets. You bet all these, you're smiling. You bet all these, you're smiling.
You sound mad, though.
Passionate.
Okay.
So I gave you the parlay. Hit this one. Kentucky money line, Oklahoma State -2 at Kansas, and the over of 40.5 at Kentucky, Missouri. Those are all just going to start counting your smiles. Like, put those smiles toward Christmas already. Here are the other games. There's a lot of them. I'm gonna have so many extra smiles. I'm gonna be passing them out when I come in on Monday. Texas A&M -3 versus Florida. That is in College Station. And I hate Texas A&M. But they're hitting it. -3. Next up, UTSA money line at UAB. Let's go, Roadrunners.
Yep.
Roadrunner up. Meep. Or whatever. You ready for an NFL?
Ooh.
Oh, you don't do this.
Let's go, NFL.
Let's go.
Colts +5.5 at the Patriots.
Whoa.
He believes in Ellinger for
Whoa.
sure.
Ellinger's in his head.
Las Vegas at Jacksonville money line.
Oh my.
The end. I just plan on having all these extra smiles.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go.
we'll put all those on one video. So you got the parlay and you got all those games. Let's rock it. You know what I'm saying? Personal interest games. Quickly, what's your personal interest game this week that would usually get the bias alarm, but we're not going to hit you with that right now. I didn't know the Cowboys are on bye, but what other game are you personally interested in?
Well, when the season started, I made a very hater bet with my friend Steve that Tom Brady was not going to make the playoffs this year. And so personal interest, I want to watch this Tampa Bay game. I need them to lose. I need Tampa Bay to keep on losing. So from here on out, I will still be watching every Tampa Bay game.
Kickoff Kevin.
It's got to be the Pats. since this is
That's your
personal.
team. That's your team.
The Pats, Colts, Sam Ellinger. I think they're going to beat them down. The
By
Pats,
4.
that is. And we will see. But I'm interested to see what the Patriots do this week and see what Sam Ellinger is about against Bill Belichick's defense.
That's good.
Yeah.
The Pats need to win this one.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're 4-4, so it's like this
Colts
could be
need
like
to win it too. It's a,
make
both,
or break, right?
Yeah, both of these teams really need to win this game.
Yeah.
As far as if they want to actually have postseason aspirations. Obviously, Arkansas and Liberty, it's a fun game because, well, Liberty's actually they're ranked 23 in the AP poll. I like it. I like it for us because that's we played Missouri State and it was not pretty because Bob Petrino came in, ran quick, scored, almost beat us. Not that I think we'd be overlooking the game anyway, because that happened. But secondly, they're in the top 25 and we're not. And so that's pretty cool. I like that it happened to them this week because now we get that up to be like, hey, boys, you can be the SEC all you want. You're not ranked. They are. So I think we can beat Liberty this weekend at Arkansas. We got a good lead into next week, and that's when the real deals start for us. And I can say that because I'm not playing. I know you guys think I'm part of the team.
No, I did for a second, but then realized you weren't.
Let's win this game this weekend. Arkansas's like a 13-point favorite, but we were the same versus Missouri State, and that wasn't good. But those fumbles got us early at Missouri State. I planned for my boy Rocket, gave him a little pep talk when the mics went off. Told him a couple things I learned about. I drafted him in Madden, which I told him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I saw the future.
Oh, yeah, and he saw the future, which is kind of cool. Most people don't get that.
Yeah, second round. Maybe second round draft pick as a running back. Pretty good. So there's that. That's my personal interest game. Adam?
I mean, obviously, also Arkansas, Liberty.
You have to pick one, Adam. One.
It's dream crushing season. Okay, we had our loss at Bama, so like we had our shot at the big dogs, and now down the stretch we still got Ole Miss coming in, who has a lot to play for. We have LSU coming in, who has a lot to play for, and then this weekend we got to take care of business at Liberty, so we get that confidence up, and we can go take down those other teams. We're not going to be the first in the West, but boy, we got a chance to ruin some dreams.
Well, we got a chance to still go to a big bowl game.
Yeah, we do.
Only three.
Come on.
Yeah, we plan to beat everybody.
Let's go. See how we can fly.
They both play now.
Yeah, they both. Yeah. Well,
I
good luck,
start.
guys.
Hey, I start.
Okay.
He's back up.
Hey, no, yeah, he's
Back
on,
up,
he's on
back
practice
up,
squad.
back up, long snapper.
Practice squad. All right, that's it. Thank you, guys. Had a good show today. Had a good week. Nice job, everybody, for the shows this week. Got a big coach coming up next week. Kevin, constantly
Kevin.
Let's go.
knocking them dead.
Come for that money, Eddie.
I know. I can see that.
Final thought. Kevin.
Well, just when you think you can't like Taylor Heineke more because of the way he plays on the field, this guy goes out every time he beats a team. He buys a new pair of Jordans after the game in that team's colors,
Oh wow,
and that is awesome. To
that's
me.
a trophy case.
So he showed up after he beat the Packers. He had green and yellow Jordans, kicked his feet up on the stand, and did his press conference.
Yeah, I like that.
That's cool.
Because I'd heard that the Heineke story, I think we talked about it as well, but I didn't see the press conference where he put him up after. That's pretty awesome. Eddie.
Yeah, for players that think that you're tougher because you have a face mask in front of you and you get into fights, don't fight a whole other team like this Michigan guy. Like whatever happened in there, like it's just crazy. So stop doing this. I know, understand you're all riled up. It's a rivalry or whatever, but when you're sharing a tunnel, that's another thing too. Stop sharing tunnels. Let's start one on the north side, one on the south side.
Yeah, they shouldn't do
But
that.
if you have to share a tunnel, don't go 1 against 200 or whatever that was.
They should not let them at the same time if they have to share.
No,
Yeah,
that was
it's
so
really
hard to
bad.
watch.
Really
I
bad.
hated that.
Yeah.
Adam.
This is not a sports take, but I am a singer-songwriter, for those of you who do not know. I just booked my Christmas show at the Bluebird Cafe here in Nashville. It's a benefit for Room in the Inn. It's going to be on December 7th. So if you find yourself in Nashville on December 7th, we're going to have great guests, and it's for a great cause. Room in the Inn, the homeless charity here in Nashville.
That was so smart.
What?
He just took that time to
Promo?
something. Can I do mine again?
Go ahead.
Guys, Producer Eddie, at Producer Eddie, Instagram, TikTok, all that. I got some really good reels that I put up on
cool.
Instagram.
Wow.
So just check that out when you get a chance. That's my final thought. Reed, edit that, will you?
What's read editing?
I don't know. But you said that when I did my other thing, so I just got copied it.
I think it would not be in, my final thought is I think it would not be in the best interest of the Eagles to be undefeated at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I want them to be because I bet on them, but I don't think you're going to go in the playoffs as a 1 seed anyway and get that bye. I think there's just something dangerous about all of that undefeated hype. I mean, we saw it with the Patriots when they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl.
I don't want to talk about it.
if I were an Eagles fan, you obviously don't want to lose, but the more they don't lose, the more those weights end up stacking up on them. It's heavier and heavier. Undefeated. Can they do it? 72 Dolphins. They talk about the Patriots losing. I think it's better if they lose a game or two. I think it's just a healthier health. And then they also can be shown, yeah, you can lose. Because until then, you may feel undefeated. You may feel unstoppable. You may feel invincible like Eddie does every single day.
Every day.
Because the guy didn't lose. Follow him at Producer Eddie.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. You guys have a great day, and we will see you next week. And at 25 Whistles, thank you. And I'm going to let Eddie blow.
Oh, yeah. My pleasure, boys.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Question.
Yeah.
You want a different final thought just in case they lose tonight? Eagles?
Oh, leave this in. Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Great point.
No. Just leave it.
Well, let's leave all this in, too.
Okay.
That's a good question. Yeah, leave it in. Okay, so let's act like they lost last night. Here's my final thought.
Oh, man.
Here's my final thought.
There we go.
My final thought. Guys, sometimes life hits you from the side. Like everything's going your way, and you think, well, this should be an easy day. And you think, well, I'm skilled, I'm talented, I'm healthy. Then all of a sudden, a little adversity hits. And it's not actually if it hits, it's when it hits. How do you react to it? And that's what happened to the Eagles last night. They didn't expect the Texans to beat them. The Texans suck.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while, a little possum shows up and bites you on the ankle. Next thing you know, you have an infection. They got to cut your leg off.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
That
Exactly,
escalated
because
quickly.
that possum wasn't infected with a disease. Rabies. You didn't get the rabies shot in time.
Dang.
You got to go to the hospital. Thank God there are doctors. And they work hard and they save your life. And it's now what you're going to do with that life.
What are we talking about here?
So the Eagles lost last night. We're all surprised.
I got it.
Yeah. And I'm going to say to the Eagles, my final thought is, you guys, you got this. Just go. Start training. That possum, go find the possum. First, avenge your leg. Go find the possum and kill it. And then go win the Super Bowl. You got your loss. Now go and do it all. And crazy, Jalen Hurts. I mean, he played the whole game without a helmet last night. It's wild. They couldn't find it, and they made a rule that said he could play. It was unbelievable.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, so that's my final thought. Like it was, we all were surprised that loss last night, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Surprise.
Shocking.
It was crazy. And when Randall Cunningham came out and played, I was just like, wow, he's back.
QB Eagles, man.
It's crazy.
See McNabb, too. He was there.
Eddie, don't be stupid.
Okay.
We're imagining things that can. I get on to Eddie for something that's
like,
even
what?
more, even closer to reality. All right. Is that good, Mike?
That was good.
Okay, you can leave all that in. All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody.